An ECM blower pushing against high static is a motor killer. You can't just expect an ECM motor to overcome high static.
Right.
So we've got something kind of restricting our airflow on the top up here. We're only running a 0.1 total static. That's nothing.
Right.
So let's have a little fun.
Restrict that return.
So we jumped up to 0.3, which is still not bad static, right? But again, I have no ductwork. I'm not pressurizing the system, right? I'm just trying to simulate here. So now look at my static. I'm up at 0.5. Now, you have a fixed torque motor. I chose level 3 as my airflow. I'm not going to change anything other than, JD, let's lose the call.
All right.
And it'll take a minute for it to cycle off. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to the shared screen again. So we're going to go to the 3-ton fan performance data. We were at speed 3 at 0.5. That's only 1,000 CFM. So I'm moving 333 CFM per ton if I'm moving 1,000 CFM at a 0.5 total static.
That's a little below what we'd like to see.
It's a little low. I want to see at least 350. Go ahead and set them dip switches. 3-ton level 5, all off. So one thing that's nice to know, the reversing valve is energized in heating mode on all Gree's equipment. Even though the reversing valve is energized, and it's energized off of the thermostat OB terminal, you set that up to energize the reversing valve in heating mode, okay? So this stays energized the whole entire time that the thermostat's set to heat. But that's the 24-volt signal. Gree uses 230-volt reversing valves. When you're using a 230-volt reversing valve, the board is actually controlling when that reversing valve is energized. So what Gree actually does, even though it's in heat mode, and the machine knows it's in heat mode with a 24-volt call, it starts that unit up, runs for a minute, then it engages the reversing valve. That reversing valve is not energized the entire time. So it's not until you get a call, compressor actually starts running for a little bit, then it goes up. Well, now we got some static.
Yeah, we do.
So it's kind of, so that reiterates what I was saying. So back your damper off on the top a little bit. See if it drops any. And then back this off just a little bit.
0.55 now. We'll slide it back.
There we go. This just kind of gives you the concept behind it. When you don't have a ducted pressurized system, this is not the same world. It really isn't. When I set that blower profile on speed 5 is what we set it for, at 0.5 total static, I should be moving 1,620 CFM. And if you started out where you're at 0.5 static and you're set to speed 3 and you're only moving 1,000 CFM and you crank that thing all the way up to speed 5 and you're supposed to be going from 1,000 to 1,600, throwing an extra 600 CFM into ductwork that couldn't even move 1,000, you have no choice but that static pressure to go up. Even though the blower is thumping a little harder to try and overcome it, it's still not going to do it.
Right.
Do not assume that just changing the blower speed to a higher speed is going to force that unit to deliver the air that you need it to deliver. You have to do a static pressure measurement to verify that.